There's multiple investigations going on during this type of investigation, social services, of course, and law enforcement. So having the child disclose once in a friendly environment is a perfect thing.
Once they disclose, they don't want to continue talking about it.
Before children's advocacy centers, children would have to go to many different agencies to be interviewed. Professionals weren't working together and children were having to be interviewed over and over, presented major problems for the child and also problems for the investigation.
They can tell their story once and it's recorded. They don't have to tell multiple agency partners, which is very, very important.
The interview takes place in a separate room, just me and the child.
But the child gets to meet everybody involved. She knows that we're watching. She knows everything that's going on.
They help you talk it out, and it helps you process what happened.
They don't ask leading questions. They're just seeking the truth of what happened. And they do a much better job of that in dealing with these younger kids than most police officers can do.
Some of the tools we use at the CAC can be simple as just crayons and paper. I feel like a lot comes from that.
I kind of had to draw out pictures and explain what my room situation was like, or anything else.
And after the interview's over, we'll kind of regroup and just brainstorm, everybody goes back and gets on the same page of what happened during the interview.
What do we think about what this child said? Do we need to question them a little bit more? What services might the family need that we want to get in place right away?
The team approach is important to get the best outcomes because it brings everyone to the table at once.
Child abuse is, it's a medical diagnosis, it's a legal finding.
It makes the investigation very efficient.
It's really important for the investigating officer to know what Children and Youth and Families Services is doing, what the prosecutor is doing, what charges we think make sense based on the interview.
I'm not a DHS worker, so they can share light into their investigation, and vice versa. They're not a criminal investigator, so we can kind of go back and forth and share information.
After the interview's over, we'll kind of regroup and just brainstorm, everybody goes back and gets on the same page of what happened during the interview.
I certainly feel in the cases where we are communicating from the investigation standpoint that things often go much better for the child and for the family.
I love this work because I get to protect children. I get to protect kids. Kids are so innocent, and they do not deserve to be abused by anyone.
The best outcome just working at the Children's Advocacy Center is knowing that all of the team members did what they needed to do to make sure any child is safe.
Really, I think the whole CAC model, that's the driving principle, is the safety and well-being of a child.